Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, brother. What is going on? Welcome to Lunar Beach. It's Crypto. We ride the waves of the crypto market all the way to the moon. It is Friday, July 19th, 2024. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here. It's going to be a quick one. Of course, because that's the kind of week that it has been. Hopefully next week it'll be better, but it's okay. Keep it short and sweet, right? Good morning. Almost time to talk to my boss about my 2 weeks notice. Ooh. Good luck with that. Congrats on the other job though, Blackie Chan. Good morning, Blackie Chan. Congrats on the other job though. Hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more of you. Like 2 is mine. Good morning. Almost time to talk to my boss. Okay, so what you got to do is you got to go in there and you got to be like, look, I'm leaving. And he's going to be like, stay. And you're like, no, I can't do it. I got to go. Bye. And just, whatever happens, happens. I don't know where I was going with that. It is still 6:08 a.m. in the morning. I'm still waking up, so you'll have to forgive me. Fear and greed index sitting at a 57, continuing the climb. And we'll have to see if we can get into some greed. Thanks, definitely going to be a lot more active. I want to let him know it's purely a financial decision. That's good. You want to be like, it's me. It's not you, it's me. Okay? It's me. It's not you, it's me. Okay? It's not me, it's you. I mean, it's you. I mean, it's me. It's not you. Oh, let's see. Ethereum options volatility. We're getting some volatility, of course. Market cap breakdown. Bitcoin, $1.2 trillion market cap. It is closing on $1.3 trillion. Ethereum is closing in on $400 billion. I believe last cycle it got up to $500 billion. Others, almost $500 billion. Others is everything other than Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, others on TradingView is Bitcoin, everything but Bitcoin and Ethereum. Actually, it's everything but the top 10 is what others is. So we can go over here, trading home. Go to others. This is everything excluding the top 10 in crypto. Let's see what I have drawn on here. I can't remember the last time I looked at this chart specifically. So, okay. Whoops. Hey, lock your fibs, fools. Retro Mike Tech, what is going on? Just walk in, slam something down, and say, I'm Blackie Chan, and I'm effing out. Watch Eastbound and Down for some inspiration. Eastbound and Down. Oh, man. So let's see. I don't recall when I put this on here, but yeah. This would be nice. Everything outside of the top 10, meaning this is essentially the small to mid cap chart for the crypto market. All the small and mid caps are in this chart. Chart. No. Get rid of the trend line. I like quit with style. I like the job they don't pay, but I want to be considered for winter times snow removal. Because the new job can't work in snow. Oh. Well, there you go. How much snow do you get over there? I guess a lot of snow. Yeah. Boss level advice for sure. All right. All right. So we want to start seeing some expansion in the altcoin market. But let's get to Bitcoin. Let's get back to Bitcoin. Clean charts. Start with the clean chart. Still sitting above the dynamic reactor on the weekly chart. Let's go down to the daily. So we can see that we did get a nice pop above the dynamic reactor and have been getting a little bit, we've been cooling off. I mean, after 4 straight days of upside, 5 straight days of upside, it was time to cool off a little bit, okay? That's all it is. That's all it is. Hopefully that's all it is. We do have this blue vector candle down here on the daily, but I'm not entirely sure it has to be tapped. I think it looks like 50% of the candle was taken, so that might be good enough. So if I pull a fib on here, I can see, yep, right to the 50% of the candle body, which is enough for us to not have to come back and revisit it. We do have this fair value gap on the daily right on top of the dynamic reactor, so would not be surprised. It is Friday. We are going into the weekend. Weekends are low volume. Typically don't trade the weekends because they are low volume. So it is safer to just stay out of the market, in my opinion, than to trade during the weekend. Now, I trade during the weekends because it's one of the few times I have time to trade. So I love it when we actually get some high volume weekends, which is very rare, but they do happen from time to time. But I'd be looking for possibly, now this one has taken a lot of this one, but we do have a lot of this candle body, that is, but we do have this fair value gap. So it is an area that I would not be surprised for us to come back down into, even if just for a second, to get a bounce and continuation off of. But if I pull this over to the left, well, let's do this. Take this daily wick on this high, pull it over, and you can see it is an area that we are trying to flip into support, which we can, and we can just continue from here, or go sideways a little bit, because we just need to cool off. We could take a look at, let's do Prime Oscillator Pro. Shout out to Chart Prime. Alts have better movement on weekends. Drop the leverage down to 5x and catch the same kind of gains. That's from Blackie Chan. That's not financial advice. Not financial advice. All of this is not financial advice. Chris Klein, good morning. Good morning, Chris Klein. All right, so yeah, we are above the zero line on the Prime Oscillators Pro, getting ourselves a little bit of a goose head here, as the guys over there at Piper Academy call it. Don't forget to catch the Piper Academy morning show at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So maybe we can get a little bit of a twist of the ribbon, but sometimes the twist of the ribbon can lead to one more move to the upside. And yesterday, we were talking about how this kind of does look like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then possibly 5 for fifth wave to the upside. And then I would look for a pullback, maybe back down to here, to this area. So this is resistance, right? It was resistance, and then we broke it, and now we are trying to turn it into support. Now this will ultimately end up looking like a head and shoulders. People will think we're going lower. Maybe we get that poke lower and we get a bounce off the dynamic reactor and we go. That's a possibility. Give us a little fake out and then take it to the upside, especially if we come down here. What would that give us? Equal lows on the daily. So I could definitely see something of this sort. Going over to, well, let's go down to the smaller term time frame. See if we can find something that looks tasty for today. So we are on the 15-minute, hitting our heads up against the dynamic reactor. What about the 1 hour? 1 hour we should be above the dynamic reactor. Yep, we're barely little bit above it. We do have these vector candles here. Let's see. Has this been enough of a pullback? Let's see if is there any news today? Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's see if there's any news. I don't think so. Nope, no economic data today. So, could be a slow, boring one today. We'll see. Kind of depends on what the broader markets are doing. So, let's go ahead and take a look. Let's take a look at the SPY S&P 500. So, it's been getting a nice dumpski. And, to Bitcoin's credit, it has been holding up. As the stock market, the major indices have been selling off. So far on the S&P 500, it is down, or has gone down 2.58%. It is currently down 2.15%, 2.16%. So the stock market's getting a pullback, which is really a sell-off to rotate into smaller caps. Your Dow Jones has been doing the same. It had a big sell-off yesterday. I believe it was a 500-point sell-off. Pretty big for the Dow. Almost 800 points total for the last since, I guess it was yesterday. Yeah. So minus 1.9%. But it got a pullback to the dynamic reactor on the 15-minute. The Nasdaq fell below the dynamic reactor. So, but it is sitting close to support. Come on. So these could be doing a little bit of what Bitcoin has done for the past 4 months, which is just consolidating. Maybe they'll get a dip below here, but we are trying to build some support, it looks like, in here, right? Because we got a few bounces here, a push up, another bounce. So now we just need it to kind of hold and maintain. Let's go to the Russell, because we need the Russell to continue pushing higher. The Russell being a basket of 2,000 stocks, small cap stocks. And yeah, we kind of need this to continue. However, we did get the breakout. We got the breakout of the resistance, and would not be surprised for us to come down and get a back test of that and turn that into support. So, and then continue higher. So with the stock market, it is like Bitcoin, okay, guys? And this is why I've been, kind of warning about the meme coins, right? Because there's always a cycle within cycles, waves within waves. Throw some waves in the chat. In the crypto market, okay? So you'll always have Bitcoin going first, okay? Then you'll have your mid caps, or your large caps rather, then your mid caps, and then your meme coins, okay? And what tends to happen is when Bitcoin goes, and when Bitcoin corrects, that's when these other ones start ramping up. And the further deeper into Bitcoin's correction, then that's where you get the more assets. So once Bitcoin got into like month 3 or 4, and meme coins were firing off, that was signaling to me, okay, we are close to the end of this part of the cycle. Because meme coins always go last. They always go last. Because they are the riskiest assets in the space, and the risk gets rotated throughout the different types of assets. If the least risky assets, Bitcoin, Ethereum, will go first. Then you'll have large caps, Solana, AVAX, what have you. Then you have mid caps, and then you have meme coins. Now, it is not obviously always going to play like that with every single coin, but those sectors do tend to run separate from each other because it is a rotating type of deal. First you buy Bitcoin, then you rotate it into Ethereum, and then you rotate that into Solana, and then you rotate that into Caspa or HBAR or something, and then you rotate that into, I don't know, Bonk, whatever it is, you know. Not everything, not every bit of your portfolio. I'm just saying that is how the liquidity rotates throughout the market. And it's the same thing in the stock market. When you see Nvidia and Apple and Microsoft, they're all, you know, kind of getting corrections. What is happening now? Well, the smaller cap stocks, the mid to smaller cap stocks are starting to move. It's the exact same thing. It's all about liquidity and risk, and what the market determines as risky, as the most risky and the least risky. What is the most risky asset? What is the least risky assets? And that is what so Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Google, all of those are like the least risky stocks to hold. They're getting sell-offs. They start correcting or going sideways, and as they are going sideways, other things start to pump. So it's basically the same thing. Yo, Justin Eubanks. Yo, Melissa. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, Rakinos. Good morning, folks. Good morning. So yeah, that's what that's what experience gets you, right? You learn stuff like that. It's not that memes aren't a big part of the cycle. It's that the risk appetite has got to be there for them to go. I mean, and it's the same thing for your mid and your small caps, your mid caps as well, your altcoins. So, hey, point is, it's risky, baby. So yeah, I want to see this. This doesn't. I mean, I would like to see this hold, because then we would for sure have we would have flipped resistance into support. Let's see, how are we? 64,000. Happy to be back above 64,000. Let's see if we can go any lower. We do have that. See, and this is what makes me think we still have one more push to the upside, where because we have, whoops. Hold, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we have that point of control right above us. We can either hit that and correct and then start making our move. Then we have a 1 up to the value area high, pull back to the point of control, testing this previous resistance for support. It was support before here and here. We got a little bit of bounce there, a little bit of a bounce there. Not so much over here. But this is the most recent price action. 2 hour left. So this is what we are wanting to get above and hold. So we could see that 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. And there we go. Breaking that high and continuing higher. V-shaped recovery in the works? Man, I hope so. We have that. We also have a possibility of creating an inverse head and shoulders in here. And that could be part of that as well. And we'd run a neckline, and then we'd give ourselves a little bit of a moving or a measured move. And there we go. Heck yeah. When would we be breaking out? In August. I'd like to see us break out in August. What if we get a surprise rate cut on July 31st? What is our rate? What are our rate cut chances? CME Fed tool. So if you can use the CME Fed tool. What the? That was weird. Why has this popped up? I don't understand. So the next FOMC is in 12 days. So not next Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. So rate cut for July. No chance. 4.7% chance of a rate cut in July. Everybody's been saying September, but what if we get a surprise rate cut? I don't think we will, but you never know. 93.5% now for September. It's almost a certainty that it's going to happen in September. Yesterday, unemployment claims did come out hot, well above expectation. So that is showing a slowing down of the economy with unemployment claims coming in higher, which is what the Fed wants to see before they start cutting rates. They want people to start losing their jobs, basically. They want to see something. They want things to start to break. They won't say it out loud, but they want to see things start to break. Because then they know, all right, maybe. Reapers, creepers, what's going on? Yeah, there we go. That one. Good morning. Throwing the otters in the chat. Throw some waves in the chat. How about that? So yeah, just looking for some, just looking to hold price. Hopefully build some support here over the weekend. Maybe even today, but let's see. Clean chart. So we are bearishly back testing the dynamic reactor. Let's go ahead and throw on a fixed range volume profile so I can get this range in here. There we go. Sitting on top of the value area high. All right. So what I want to be looking for today, we do have some downwards trending resistance. So I would want to see a poke above that, break above this high here, break above that high, and then get a pullback maybe on top of that high, and then maybe push up to this high ADR, average daily range, at about $66,648. Let's see. Let's back up a little bit so we can see a little more 2 hour left and see what we could be aiming for. There's a lot of highs up here, previous highs that we can be aiming for to take out. But let's see. What is that? Let me turn on some EMAs. see if there's any EMAs above us that we could be heading towards. So we are above all the EMAs except for the 50, but this is on the hourly, so it's not insignificant. Let's go ahead and pull a fib as well. Pull a fib. So we do have the 786 sitting above us. There's also going to be a 702 here. 0.702. Right there. Ha! Ha ha ha. There we go. There it is. $66,438. And the 786 sitting at $67,980. So yeah. Hopefully we can get a pump going into the weekend, and then we just consolidate and chill out for the rest of the weekend. It'll be nice and boring. Darren does things downward day based on lower time frame money flow, probably up for late in the New York session and into the weekend. Daily red dot imminent with 90-minute money flow looking to cross into the red. So maybe not a pump. We're looking at our market ciphers. So yeah, that's what I'll be looking for. Break above that high, get a pullback, and then I would long from here and then get a nice little bitty long out of that. Bearish scenario. It's just the opposite. Just the opposite. If we break below here, come back up, retest that value area high, turn it into resistance, and go down. But I don't know. I could see both ways. I could also see us do this little breakout and then correct to the downside. But either way, we're just looking for the breakout, especially of this range here. Well, let me get rid of some of this spaghetti. This range here, get a breakout of that, and then that is what I'd be looking for. Is just a hold of the high of the breakout, get a hold, close above it, put in the long, give ourselves a stop loss, and let it go. And if it takes us out, we can then flip our thought process. We can flip to bearish, and we can ride the wave to the downside, to which I would aim for point of control, right? 57,874. I don't know if we'll get down there. We'll see. Yep, and that's also a value area low. So the POC of this current range, we're sitting at about, let's just call it $66,557. But yeah, it's we're at the highs. We're at the highs of a range. We're cool. We've been cooling off. Oscillators are sitting below zero lines and stuff. So we just gotta chill. But I think we might see some upside today. But we'll see. We'll see. No news to scam us today as such. Yep. Bidding long when it's in the 62s. We have bad lows beneath us. Yeah. Could you go more in depth on the EMA, how to use that as an indicator? You said it right. Baff Senior? Baffser. Yeah, I'll have to go into EMAs at another time because I do have to get going. Yeah, I'll definitely go over some EMAs. And what is your exact question again? Let me see. Go in depth. How to use that as an indicator. Well, essentially, look, your EMAs are just about momentum. Your EMAs are about momentum. If you're above your EMAs, then you're looking at bullish momentum. If you're below them, you're looking at bearish momentum. And then you would just use them as, like, if you're above it, above your EMAs, you would use them as support. And they're kind of like a magnet where price is drawn to the EMAs because they're an average of a certain length of time with the price. So this is like this is a 50 EMA. So it takes in the last 50 candle closes and gives and plots the average of those 50 after each candle close. So if it's bullish momentum, then you would be above the 50 EMA and above the 100 EMA. So we are starting to look a little more bullish. We are above both the 50 and the 100 and above everything except for I think we're above the 200 EMA too on the hourly. Now if I go to the daily, it's going to be a little different. Yeah, we still have this is the 800 EMA. Well, here's the 200, and we are above the 200. So I could see us come back down and backtest that as well, the 200 EMA on the daily 200 EMA. Right here, this white line right here, and just below about $58,500. So, but we are above the 50 on the daily, and now we are looking to try and hold that. So let's do that. Let's try and hold the 50 and try to get some continuation out of here. But I really do have to go, guys. I appreciate each and every single one of you for joining me. It is Friday, last work day before the weekend. So everybody be safe this weekend. Hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, spectacular, absolutely radical Friday and weekend. I will see you guys in the chats. Don't forget, go to Piper's Academy at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys for being here. Mad love as always. And I will see you next time. Ride the waves. Peace out.